You're a mature student, aren't you? How do you find that going when everybody else in the course is so much younger? It's going surprisingly well. Age doesn't seem to be an issue, and I do seem to be getting along with everyone on the course. But don't you feel somewhat alien? I mean, look at the state here. You go around in a t-shirt with some slight drug reference, and by the time you actually grow up. Yeah, well, I'm into video games too. It's a video game reference more than anything. And who you speak anyway? I mean, you're wearing a shirt and tie. That's uniform as much as anything else. I don't see the relevance, to be truthful. Yes, it is. And what you wear actually changes people's perceptions about who you are. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that I want to be me, basically, and I'll do what I want to do. So bored now. I mean, let's get down to brass tacks now. How do you feel that the course has actually been going, this multimedia journalism? I just never expected it to be so boring sometimes. I mean, you look at stuff like shorthand and politics and all this essay writing for local newspapers. It really, doesn't seem to interest me as much as I thought it would to begin with. And as I said earlier, techniques of some of the movie directors, like, for example, one Herzog's Fata Morgana, where he looked at desert oases as a documentary feature. His use of music and imagery, it's just really fascinating, and that's the sort of angle that I'd like to pursue. Again, with the movie directors, I mean, isn't the point of this journalism course to actually go back to the basics so they actually know what you're doing in the first place? Oh, don't get me wrong, the course is actually interesting and more useful than perhaps I thought it initially would be. I mean, look at something like shorthand, which at the beginning I just thought, well, what's the point? But as I get more into it, it's becoming more understandable to me why it's necessary, and I do understand these basics are required before I can go off on all these angles that I'm thinking about. And what about other aspects of the course? Video, web, your essays? It's coming along. I'm sure you're not the first student to actually use self-interview before, although it's a bit schizophrenic, don't you think? It's not that experimental. When you look at something like the video and the web stuff, which I basically didn't have any knowledge of to begin with, and for example, I'm hoping this interview that I'm doing will give some idea of the directions I'm heading in. If nothing else, the feedback that I get should be interesting. Have you learned anything else from this experience? I guess I'm more confident. I'm glad I took the university course rather than go straight into a call centre job, for example. And what about when you actually hopefully do get a good degree? What are your expectations and aspirations? Well, hopefully, I'm actually looking at the end of the course, possibly moving to Japan, maybe starting off doing some hotel work, do some freelance journalism, possibly, and then see what direction I go from there, what I can actually achieve. It's my dream anyway, so we'll have to see what happens. Yeah? That was a bit of a curveball, wasn't it? And you actually think this course will help? Well, it can't not help, can it? Well, thank you and good luck. I hope you get a good mark for this. Cheers.